And now, the Purple Room.
Welcome into the Purple Room presented by Clutch City Cluckers. This is the final episode of season 2. I'm Patricia Caputo. He's David Bartholomew as he sheds some tears. And we're happy that you decided to hang here with us again. The next season, season 3, will be coming out in August or around the time that the fall semester starts. So if you really liked hanging with us this semester, be sure to tune in there. David, let's hop right into it with what's going on, presented by Sonic on East Boyd. If you're still in Baton Rouge, unlike David and I, be sure to go into Sonic on East Boyd, show your student ID card, and you will get 10% off your order. So David, Flau'jae is coming out with a new album. It's expected to drop today.
Yeah, it dropped.
Oh, it dropped. How
Yeah.
was it? Did you listen?
Yeah, of course I listen. Are you a fake fan?
I was working all day.
Are you a fake fan?
I'm actually interviewing someone about marbles tomorrow.
Marbles?
So marbles. There was a marbles tournament in town. So I was watching marbles tournament highlights. So I didn't get to listen to the new album.
Hey, oh my God. You do know do you know what you just did? You just gave me another niche fixation.
Oh, there were people from all over the
Oh
country.
my God. Yo, you bring back saying marbles, just the word marbles bring back so much nostalgia. You know, the last time I seen a marble?
The winner has only been playing for a year. Like she won it all. She was young. She's from Maryland. Yeah, a year.
I'm goated. So you're saying I could be goated in this sport.
It's so realistic for you. It's not like tennis or soccer.
Wait, whoa. They're all realistic. This is just realisticer.
A lot more realistic that theoretically you can get into this. Yeah. But my point to that was I didn't have time to listen to Flau'jae's album because I was watching marble tournament highlights. It's the 101, by the way. This was the 101 year, if I'm saying that right, that they've had this marble tournament about 15 minutes from me. So, David, next year I expect to see you. They take everyone over the country, Tennessee, Virginia, Maryland.
I'm instantly in. I'm instantly sold, about to become a marble champ. But to get your question about the Flau'jae album, I've been listening. I'll tell you right now, my favorite song is Perfect Timing. It has that NBA young boy type beat. She's flowing. I know you a messer. She's flowing on the beat. I really like I like it. She's growing as an artist, which is a great thing to see. And it's like she's growing as an artist, and she's growing as a basketball player.
And she's been doing so since she was a kid. Yeah. That's what makes her so different. Because I don't know, maybe I just feel like this, but when you see a professional athlete, Darren Waller, great example, release an album or a song, and you're like, oh,
chill out. Darren Waller dropped a banger, and no one understands it.
It's the music video. It's not, I think, the song I could deal with. The music video, like, please stop. Stop. Just stop. Like, Le'Veon Bell, please. Just no. Shador.
No, Le'Veon Bell.
Shador, I'm sorry, I just can't with that either. Like, please stop flexing your washes. Like, rich from the beginning. AB, like, I have to draw a line somewhere. But Flau'jae's been doing this from the jump. That was one of the reasons she came to LSU, because Kim Mulkey said, yeah, sure, I don't care if you do music, just make sure it doesn't interfere with basketball. Like, I could care less if you're setting up speakers in your room and all that. But she is expected to have, she might, I'll agree, little unaware. Did she release the song with Lil Wayne?
Yeah, she did. She released a song with Lil Wayne, and what'd you say?
I know it's going to be a music video in July. I believe it comes out.
Look, you know, Lil Wayne is about to drop a banger verse when you get the lighter flick, or when you get the when you get the inhale. So Lil Wayne, you know, I only got one question for him. Flau'jae, I need you to ask Lil Wayne, when is Carter 6 dropping? When is the next album? Is it 6? I don't know. It's been so long. I'm forgetting too. But it's always great to hear Weezy. He was supposed to perform at LSU. Got canceled. Anyway, this is the second time someone canceled on us. Nardo Wick was supposed to come my freshman year. Didn't come. Lil Wayne, I was so excited. A milli. I was on YouTube remembering all the lyrics, watching lyric videos, and But still, nice album. Flau'jae need to perform. She needs to do a halftime at one of the basketball games. Matter of fact, give her the football game. Give her a home opener. Her and the band. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that
She
makes more
get the
sense.
live instrumental because the band is just back there, just or whatever. And
That would be sick with her and the band. That would be sick because imagine at a basketball game, that's got to be hard. Going out there, playing a whole half, and then like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm going to perform in halftime and then play the next half. Football, I like that.
if she
That's
needs
good.
ad libs, I'm ready. I'm on standby for the ad libs.
He's gonna be throwing marbles in the video, but there's gonna be a video. So Lil Wayne and Flau'jae were talking about this video coming out and that they want some really big stars in it. Lil Wayne mentioned Shaq, Flau'jae mentioned Joe Burrow. So David, besides yourself, what other LSU stars might you want to see in that video?
Jay Jettas,
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
OBJ, Landry, Leonard Fournette. Get all the boys and get the dogs. Get your coach, Simone Augustus. Get her in the video.
that'd be sick.
Sha'Carri Richardson. Big time Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yes.
Get her in there. She just ran the second fastest 200 time of the year. And she did it without breaking a sweat. She's a dog.
She is. I'd like to see Brian Kelly. Remember when he used to grit?
No, BK, that's a great pick. Great pick. His gritty game is up there.
In that video?
Yeah, I seen the gritty.
He's good. He can do the gritty pretty well.
He can end off the music video too. You know, have you seen that one clip of him on a jet ski? He's like, "Go Tigers!" and he just
Yeah.
have him do that again. Maybe hit like a backflip with the jet ski. He can do it.
Brian Kelly stunt double?
Oh my God. Speaking of Brian Kelly,
Okay.
not to get any political or anything here. Yesterday, during the presidential debate, the two candidates they were talking about golf.
They were talking about Brian Kelly. Yes, they
BK smokes both of them in golf.
Oh,
therefore, I think BK should be president.
Sure, if he can win anybody.
Easy. If you can be the president in golf, you should just become the next president.
Yeah, that's how it should work, right? We'll have Scotty
so.
Scheffler as our next president.
Big Scott.
Actually.
You see?
All right, David, let's talk a little bit about Texas A&M. So there's been some drama, which LSU fans have been eating up, reasonably so. They're LSU fans. Nobody likes Texas A&M. But Texas A&M lost in the national championship nearly a year after LSU won, but they lost to Tennessee. So again, another reason for LSU fans to be happy. And then 24 hours later, their head baseball coach, Jim Schlossnagle, says, "I'm out of here." But in the press conference, as like A&M just lost, Tennessee just won their first ever national championship, a reporter asks him, "Hey, you know, there's some rumors about this job. Texas has an opening position. Do you think you're going to take it?" And he calls this reporter selfish and says, "How dare you ask that? That's like asking Montgomery, who was sitting right next to him, if he's going to sign in the draft," or wasn't sitting next to him at the time, but asking Montgomery, is he going to sign in the draft? And then went off on this reporter about how self-absorbed and selfish he is and that he should write what he just said. And then 24 hours later, after saying he rearranged his whole life to play at Texas, to coach at Texas A&M, he made sacrifices and his family made sacrifices, he leaves.
Yep.
After what I thought was tarnishing this reporter's reputation, David.
See, reporters are too nice because I would have been quick with it. I would have been like, "Oh, so I'm the selfish, absorbing one." I would have been on everything. They would have had me on Fox. They would have had me on CNN because I would have lost my mind. You wasn't going to talk to me like that and then leave the next day.
Yeah, well, but he did the same thing at TCU too. When he was at TCU, he was asked a month before, "Are you going to leave?" And he was like, "I would never leave. I plan to be here forever," and then left for Texas A&M. But for him to go out there and say, "I don't ever want to coach anywhere else," knowing, because now players, what has come out recently is that some Texas A&M players are accusing him of recruiting for Texas during the national championship game.
Oh,
so no players have come out and said it themselves. Like, at least I haven't seen names yet, but that was what I was reading, that players are now saying this guy was recruiting for another team why we're in the national championship.
Yeah, get him out of there.
Like that's why, and I shadowed a few games for the Trenton Thunder and their play-by-play announcers. They were nice enough to have me out. There were two kids on the team, one going to A&M, one going to Texas. And they're on the same team right now playing this MLB draft league. I wish I got their feelings about this whole situation, because you have one kid committed to Texas. He had just graduated. Another kid committed to A&M. They're on the same team. Like for a minute, they had the same head coach, essentially, possibly, potentially. We don't know. But that's got to be so weird to be playing on the same team in the summer and to realize all of this drama that's happening surrounding both of your baseball teams with one coach who handled it horribly. Like, why can't you just say, okay, yeah, I'm considering it with my family, right? Why?
I'll give him an answer. Decommitted, come to LSU. Boom.
Oh, you mean them? I don't want him. I was Jay Johnson's fine. But yeah, that's a possibility that it was just, I mean, yeah, I think that could happen. Like a lot of these kids are going to decommit.
I've always felt bad for the recruits that when they decide to commit to a school, that you think you're gonna have the same coach that recruited you, he sold you a dream. And sounds like coach is gonna sell a dream, because everywhere he goes, he says, I'm staying, man. It's out the next day. So he has all right to decommit if he wants to, or stay. I mean, yeah, LSU doesn't mind taking an extra player, okay? That's all I'll say.
I'm a little upset though, because I wish I could be like that. Because I wish I just had no loyalty like that, where I could just throw anybody onto the bus and feel great about it. And then the next day, I think he did end up apologizing to the reporter, not to his face, but I guess during the press conference and addressing it. But dude, you knew you were going to take the job and you got on the defensive end. Just say like, hey, you're weighing all options. But he was like, well, I cared about the players. You care about the players? What do you mean? Where's the loyalty? How do you trust somebody? I would be like, if I was a player and that night I would say, yo, coach has got our back. This is great. Like, yes, he's staying forever. And then for him to leave the next day, I would never trust another coach again.
See, if he was going to do that, come out and be like, no, I love my players. You got to pull a Coach Cal. Coach Cal left. I'm going blank. Where'd Coach Cal go? He's at Arkansas now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He bring all his players with him. He bring all his players. All the boys hit the portal. Huh?
Which could happen still here in the situation, but it's just, why do you have to go tell somebody else off?
It sounds rough though. If dude's already coming out saying he was recruited and stuff, he didn't have the team under the same players. I would have had the team. I said, all right, boys, we're going to Texas, but don't tell anyone.
It's messed up. And for him to go out there and to say that all these sacrifices and that you changed your whole life around, liar. That's all I have to say about that. And yeah, I would not trust him with my soul. Anyway,
facts.
I'm like, no.
You had to get that off. You had to get that off your chest.
I did, because I don't like people like that. I understand that you're a head coach and you want to move up. I'm fine with you moving up. Like you went everywhere in Texas, TCU, Texas A&M, Texas. Like that's the dream right there. Not having to totally shift your life to a different country. But for you to go out there and to trash somebody else, and then for you to make up these lies that you would never leave, don't lie about it. Be honest. Say it with your chest.
Man.
What you're trying to do. Be honest about it. I don't get why you're lying. Oh, I care about the players. No, you don't. You do not. Don't lie. Don't lie and to make up for another lie. But that's how lying works, if you didn't know. But I digressed.
we got a little therapy session, Trish.
Maybe you need it.
Kind of just put us on the game.
Maybe you need it. I'm sick of there's no loyalty out here. Maybe NBA Youngboy had a point. I'm sick of the no loyalty out here. So he does need to come perform at LSU, possibly during gymnastics. And I bring that up because I was at work the other day and there's these kids waving to me. And I'm like, who are these kids? I'm like, there's like 5 of them. They're all in middle school. Like, why are these kids waving to me? I feel embarrassed. I'm saying maybe it's my little cousin. It's not. So these kids, I forgot. I met them same place last year. They came into my work and I told them I went to LSU and they were like, oh, that's so cool. Do you know Livy? That's pretty much the first question everybody always asks me, especially here in Jersey, because she's from Jersey. And same thing. No, never really talked to her. She was in my math class. I stood by her for 45 seconds one time, if that counts. And they're all like, "Oh my gosh, so you know Livy?" And I'm like, "No, I don't, but sure, that's exactly me and the
Yes.
1,500 other kids that were in that football math class." Yes. So I see
Football
them.
math.
I forget which one I was. I can't remember the number, but it was a great class and would highly suggest taking it. I got 100 in that class, only math class I've ever got
Ooh.
100 in. So anyway, they're waving to me and they remember and they just start like yelling like Livy's friend, Livy's friend. And I'm like, who are these kids? And right when they said that, it all clicked. And I was like, oh my gosh, these kids, they're from Maryland and they just come here for the summer. So they were just like, yeah, don't you remember? And they were making up how they told me that we tried to call Livy on my phone. And I was like, guys, I'm not a weirdo like that. I don't have her phone number. I would not voluntarily give you my phone just for you to go out and call Livy. But hey, that's the story they made up in their head, and if that's what helps them sleep better at night, I'm happy that I was able to be there and be like, "Yep, of course I know Livy."
Yeah.
So this brings me into it, David, is that I know you have a nephew. How old is he again?
Uh, how old is he? Nah, he's 6.
Age right. Okay, so 6. So he's a little young, but I don't know if you've heard all of the new slang that's been going around lately. And I just feel like it's a lot different. Like, okay, I looked up some slang from 2016 and 2018. But first, I want to tell you the new slang. Do you know any?
I'm hip. I stay up to date. I know skibbity. I know Riz.
I like that one. That's the one I like. What I don't.
Phantom tax.
What is it?
You want to know phantom tax? Ah, you don't know about that phantom
What does that
tax.
mean?
They going phantom tax. If you got food, basically, so there's this streamer slash YouTuber slash influencer. His name is Phantom,
Okay.
and he loves food. So when he sees his friends with food, he'll be like, "I got a phantom tax you," which means he has to take a percentage of your food based on how much phantom tax you owe.
No, that's so weird.
So the kids be like,
That is so
"Phantom
weird.
tax." That means you got to give them the food.
That's horrible. I mean,
Hey.
sharing is caring and stuff, but no. Although the ones that I've heard that blew my mind because I was trying to figure out what they meant was what the sigma.
Oh man.
Have you that this is where it goes too far for me. Because I could even understand the phantom tax thing, the first one you said, but what the sigma, I was like, what this little kid starts saying it to me, and I was like, what are you talking about? Do you know what it means?
So I don't know. It probably just means like what the heck. But
It means like popular, but you're also like quiet confidence sort of person, but you have Riz and you're cool. So it's
yeah,
like
no.
sigma is something that's cool. Beta,
Oh.
which is also a new term, is something that's below sigma.
No, you know what? This is a perfect example of how, like history really repeats itself. Because, like,
Yeah.
beta and sigma, that's not new terms. That's like we're bringing it back to the classical era. We've
Yeah.
we've gotten back to the glory days of
Right.
lingo, where we gotta bring back Omega. We gotta just bring back the whole Greek alphabet.
Yeah.
Bring back the togs. Bring back the flower caps.
But is sigma beta a fraternity or sorority or something? I'm really unfamiliar with them.
I'm not hip with the frat.
But I thought there were
So
one. I thought they were together, like sigma beta. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to look it up
how do they
later.
come up with the name for these?
Well, oh, I have no clue.
Me neither.
The only one I know is KD, and I don't even know what it stands for.
Kevin Durant.
Cap, oh, yeah, that too. But
That's the only KD I know.
Kappa or sororities. That's the only one I know because I have a few friends that are in it. But that's it. Like seriously, you tell me one. Sorry guys. There's one other popular one. There's a few. Anyway, the other one that got me the most was Ohio.
Oh yeah,
Not
I know Ohio. But I'm telling you, I'm hip with
I
this.
mean, like what why?
Oh, you're
Ohio.
from Ohio. You're from Ohio.
No, but it's like, yeah, you say things like, oh, so Ohio, but like I guess it's like because remember that trend for a while about Ohio being creepy and weird? Yeah. Oh my gosh, stop. You're giving me PTSD right now. All the time. All the time.
Sorry, I'm mewing right now.
Oh, that's what that okay, I didn't know what it was called. That's what that's called. Why? Why do you do that though?
Oh my God. So the internet has become the concept. Okay,
YouTube has ruined
this
kids.
is all called brain rot. This all falls
Yes.
under a category called brain rot.
Mhm.
It started with looks maxers. Now you're asking, what is looks maxing?
Mhm.
It's basically this. It was a super niche community on the internet that was obsessed with making themselves look as good as possible. They call themselves PSL gods. And so it's all about like a proportion. If you have a proportional face, if you have like hunter eyes or like prey, or I don't know, if you have like your eyebrows, if your eyebrows are like curved, if you like if you have a strong jaw, they were obsessed with making themselves look as good as
Right.
possible, right? And so there was a doctor, I think his name was like John Mew, and he's come up with the technique mewing, where like if
Mhm.
you stick your tongue like behind your teeth and like close your mouth, you kind of like you lose that. I don't know. Like you go from like
Uh-huh.
regular to like
Uh-huh.
you get that sharpness, and that's what these dudes. So it's kind of become like popular now.
I
So
need
in the
that.
sigma, beta, if we're going back to the Greek ages, if we're going back to good old Greece, then let's just bring back the whole alphabet. Let's start speaking Latin again.
Sure, why not? That would be so easy. I'm sure we can convert everyone over to speak Latin in a matter of hours.
But you know what? Brain rot is also not a new concept. We had brain rot in our time,
Oh,
and you might be forgetting.
YouTube is,
We had what does the fox say?
you're right. And on fleek, like I was 2016, like on fleek was kind of ridiculous.
On fleek. And what does
Yas,
that
like no
mean?
one would say yes. It was all like Yas with an A. That was kind of cringy too. Savage is still around though.
Yo, the gags. We had what are those?
It was, okay, and
We
damn
had
Daniel, do you
everything.
remember that? Damn Daniel, do you remember that?
Damn, Daniel.
I got white Vans for my uncle's wedding just because of that video.
See,
And I still have them to this day. They're disgusting now, but I still
brain
have them.
rot ain't new. We
Sure.
had brain
In
rot.
2018, Salty, Goat was just kind of getting started. Bougie, high key, but I feel like I still say all of those terms, so maybe I'm just really outdated. I mean, I still wear skinny jeans, so
Some of the stuff stuck. Yeah, some of the brain rot from the next generation is going to stick too. I mean, in 10 years,
I,
they might still be saying skibbity. They're like, yo, that's skibbity, bro.
that is kind of cool. I do kind of like that one.
I hope they don't clip us saying these words. Like, I really don't want to see this on
Well,
Instagram.
to wrap this up, I will say some of these like kids our age, guys our age, have a really good idea with this because there's this guy Socks for One. I don't know if you've heard of him on YouTube, games and stuff, and it's all appealing toward younger kids. And the kid is a millionaire off it. He makes tons of money from one video, pretty much just gaming and doing the dumbest stuff ever. No offense, guy, but he's like, I looked it up. He's like 21 or 22. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? We're the same age, and what am I doing wrong? I should have thought of this.
Look up if you want to find out the king of the new generation. His name is Big Justice. The Big Justice. Look him up. And all the listeners, our 10 listeners, I advise you look up Big Justice. He is the what's the next generation?
Jen,
He's the king of the Gen Sigmas, the Gen Skibs,
Jen.
Skibbities. So I mean, he's hilarious, but like for the young generation, for me, it's kind I laugh, but I'm like, I laugh because I'm scared. And he enters, he's like, boom. I love Big Justice.
But
He's
I feel like you say you laugh because you're scared, but I feel like the generation before us did the same thing. I mean, my parents did the same thing, that they were like, these kids are weird, right?
yeah.
So they do that. Just a cycle.
But I'm trying to get my nephew off that. I'm trying to get my nephew like into like, he loves the skibbity and stuff. But I'm like, all right, buddy. You
It's
know,
fine.
football season's coming up. We gotta get you up to date because
Kind of a baseball season. You see the contract Shohei signed? Football might
you
not
know
be
he doesn't like baseball. I don't know.
okay. He doesn't have.
I think he's scared of the ball, but gotta toughen him up like the Japanese high school baseball kids. Those dudes, they just you hit them with the ball, they take it prideful. You can't get the walk if you don't get hit. You gotta let the ball hit you. Gotta
Yeah,
get diced a couple times. I respect it.
Twice ago time. Well, David, you mentioned football. So let's talk a little bit about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Now, I do want to say one thing that I thought was pretty hilarious. If you're not a Swiftie, I'm not as big as a Swiftie, but I was for a while. So Taylor Swift was dating this guy, Joe, for 6 years, and he was from London, England, right? Taylor Swift just posted on her Instagram, I think it was this week, a picture with her and Prince William and his 2 children and Travis Kelce, who is now her new boyfriend after breaking up with Joe.
Oh my God.
Imagine that, David. If you were dating someone from a different country and then they take a picture with like the president of the US and her new boyfriend, how would you feel about that? I would laugh.
I go to their country. Hey, Joe now, in it. You have to. I don't even know British accent. I'm never going to try to British accent.
You're not as popular as her, but you're not as popular. She is the biggest thing right now, likely on the planet, and you are Joe, the actor from England.
I'm Joe. Just take her out. You can't really do nothing about that, Joe. And look, personally, he shouldn't even try to retaliate because them Swifties start attacking you. Oh man, they're gonna dox you quick. They already got your location.
Yeah, they actually probably do. They probably have it waiting away in the vault.
I know nothing about like is Joe a cool guy? What happened? Like why did it break up?
I like Joe, but I think truthfully what happened was that she got so famous. They were dating through COVID. She got so famous and I don't think he could handle it. The rumor was that he is an actor, but can't make it to Hollywood just yet. He's done a lot of stuff in England, a lot of ads and stuff. He just hasn't been able to make it big. And I think that bothered him a little bit. I mean, truthfully, egos are talking, right? Singer, actor, a lot of egos here involved. And I think that what I might think a little bit, Swifties don't come after me, but he saw a version of her during COVID that wasn't the same version after COVID with the Eras tour and everything that he couldn't handle. And he was like, I don't know this girl. I don't know this woman. And they were dating for 6 years. I don't know about you. Everybody's different, but like she's in her 30s now. No one is dating me for 6 years when I'm 28 years old and not putting a ring on my finger. We're not going to date for 6 years. Sorry, maybe I'm picky. Like maybe
what's the max?
It depends how old we are, but if I'm like pushing 28, dude, I want to have kids. Like 2 years, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? If you're gonna sit here and play games, just let me know now. I don't want to waste my time. You know what I mean? There's no time for that. Like if I'm her, I mean, I don't think she wants to have kids at this point. I believe she's 33, but no, like if I'm not gonna be, I think we're gonna get married. Dude, you got through COVID together. If there's not a ring on your finger after that, after a global pandemic, there never will be a ring. Just drop it.
I mean, he was a little scared. He knew she was about to blow up. He was like, "Oh man, can I handle it?" And maybe the guy, kudos to him. He figured out he couldn't do it, and he left.
Joe did dance with Taylor, helped her out there when she was in London. There is a little connection here with the Saints, as Kelce was dancing on stage with Taylor Swift. One of the backstage dancers is brothers to Colin Sanders, who played for the Saints and recently played with the Chiefs and won 2 Super Bowls with Travis Kelce. So he called this a really full circle moment. The brother was Cameron, who went out there and was a dancer with Taylor Swift. So that was kind of cool. But David,
he left the Saints. He left the Saints to become a winner. Congrats, brother.
Yeah, no. I mean, he won 2 Super Bowls with the Chiefs. Now he's on the Saints. But yeah, it's.
Oh, he's on the Saints now.
He already had his glory days. So no offense.
Wow. You're already retired, brother.
All right, David, 4th of July is coming up. So before I get into my rant about food, because I'm very picky, what is your go-to barbecue food?
A burger. Simple. Yeah. I'm coming in, burger, some cheese on it. Actually, I'll take a glizzy. Dude, don't make that face. Do not make that face. Do not make that face.
I will not eat a hot dog. Give me a
Why?
Cheese. Do you know what they're made out of? Look it up. You'll never want to eat it again.
No, I don't want to look it up. I'm not gonna deter myself from the food.
Well, no, because you know why, David? I went to Wendy's the other day. I haven't had Wendy's since I was 6, or I don't even know. But I was starving. Like I said, I worked the Trenton Thunder game. I was hungry. I'm in a skirt. I'm a girl. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I was like, I can't go go into a diner, like there might be creeps there. I got to go to a drive-thru. You can't see it. I'm breaking out all over my arm. The worst baked potato ever. Tasted like mold. Chicken nuggets. If I never have to have those chicken nuggets again, I will die happy. I want to throw up just thinking about it.
You know the problem? Here's the problem. You cannot get a baked potato from a fast food restaurant, Patricia. You gotta try something else.
Baked potato, put it in the oven. It should be good either way. But no, because I have rankings with fast food, and Wendy's is on the lower level, like the triangle pyramid. Yeah, Wendy's is down here with McDonald's. So
I can't take the Wendy's slander, okay? Look, Wendy's saved me in high school. That 4 for $4, I ate a 4 for $4, I think, every day for a year straight.
I'm so sorry because I was so hungry still after eating those disgusting fries and trying to stomach those nuggets. I had to go to Wawa. I got out of the car, great experience, had the best sandwich of my life. I wish Wawas were everywhere because they're the best thing known to man. Open 24/7, gas, food, like actual food. I got a turkey sandwich that was hot with melted cheese and lettuce. Made my night. Me and the deer on the road because I was driving back. I was the only person on the road. Me and the deer just chilling as I eat my turkey sandwich. It was
wow. That's badass. I like that.
I was actually terrified because I'm really scared that a deer is going to jump out and kill me. And I was like, wow, this might be the way I go out. And if it was with a turkey sandwich from Wawa, I was like, I can be okay because it wasn't my last meal was not Wendy's. So I was going to be okay. But the deer were so kind to me and they did not hurt me.
You know, here's the thing though. I'm a big Wendy's fan, and Wendy's got me through a good chunk of high school. Look, I won't lie. Your boy was a roly-poly, right? And Wendy's helped because when I ate Wendy's, I didn't want to eat for the rest of the day. I was
eat 8 meals a day. That's truthfully, like I have the appetite of a football player. Okay. I need like 6 to 7 meals a day, and Wendy's did not cut it. Hence the reason why I ate that. It was so disgusting. I was like, I need more food, and I had to go get more food, and it was delicious. But we're going to talk about this more one day because I'd love to rank fast food.
You got to make a fast food ranking list. See, you say McDonald's at the bottom of your list is interesting. It's very interesting.
Taco Bell down there too.
Okay. Look, I ain't too mad at the Taco Bell one, but you got to give them respect. You got to respect Taco Bell.
No, there's no respect with
they are established in this league. They are established.
Yeah,
gotta give respect.
That's fine. But when I open up my organic taco and smoothie place one day, that's going to be open 24/7 all over the country. Guess who's going to be out of business? McDonald's, Wendy's, Roy Rogers. Anyway, that's another time for another day. I'm going to get there later. Maybe once I graduate college. David, let's get into no sweat bets with the time that we have left. What bets do you have for me today?
All of my UFC fans, I'm going to need you guys to tap in here. We got UFC 303 coming up. Alex Pereira versus Yuri Prochazka. I definitely botched his last name, but this is rematch number 2. We're supposed to get Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler, but Conor McGregor broke his toe. He's out. It's unfortunate. I got Alex Pereira beating Yuri. I don't want to say it's gonna. A part of me wants, whatever. It's gonna go to distance. I think the fight's gonna go to distance. It's not gonna be an early round knockout, even though that's probably what a lot of people are expecting. But after that first fight, I think Yuri knows what he has to do. If he can keep his head off of that center line, make sure that Alex doesn't get any clean shots, and you gotta pressure him. You gotta put in some pressure. You gotta get his back against the corner, and it's gonna be a great fight. But Pereira is gonna win at the end. I got Pereira winning. So all my UFC 303 fans, if you want to make some money, if you don't want to sweat about it, put your money on Pereira, Potan, Shama.
Wow, you gave us like the IQ boxing bet. That was pretty.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go in right now.
All right, no sweat bets presented by Southern Air. I got to watch Fidel Oyoa pitch for the State College Spikes this past weekend. He played at LSU. Truthfully, I was unaware because I didn't have the roster, and I was like, oh, yeah, that kid's a bullpen guy for LSU. Well, he started in this game, pitched 4 innings for the State College Spikes, 3 hitless innings, and then just let up 1 hit in the 4th inning right before he was taken out. So my point to this is looking ahead a little bit, LSU baseball next season, I think he's going to last at least 4 innings. He's only played up to 2 this last season. More of a bullpen guy, like I said. I'm going to say at one point in the season, he gets at least 4 innings.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that happening. I mean, he's going to have to step up next year, definitely.
I was like, this kid is awesome.
Hey, and he was a baller before he came to LSU. He was a baller back in I think he's from the West Coast.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, okay, I think this is all realistic. He pitched great in that game. I was shocked myself, even after watching him all season. And it was like, this kid's a superstar.
And his stash game.
Yes.
Oh.
I was like, yeah.
He got the stash.
Talk about on fleek, right, Dave?
On fleek. It's skibbity. It's so Sigma.
What is it like this view? That was
he's mewing. He's a mew god. He's a PSL god.
Well, that's all we have for you for No Sweat Bets presented by Southern Air. David, that wraps up season 2. So we'll be gone for the summer. But again, check back with us in the fall. So we'll be back.
Wait, what you gonna do? What's your plans now that we're not busy on Fridays anymore?
No, I'm going to the beach. I'll see you later.
Oh wow. You know what I'm gonna do?
I'm gonna miss you all. What?
I'm a big Roblox baseball guy. Big on the Roblox baseball, yes. Hey, I am disgusting at first base, and I'm an absolutely filthy hitter. Listen, this pitcher tried to ice me yesterday. It got verbal. Now he might be 9 years old, but I don't care. You want to throw heat? I'm gonna hit heat, and I'm gonna let you know. I'm like the Roblox Tommy Tanks. I'm just taking it out the ballpark every time. I'm Soto, bro. I'm Juan.
He call you Beta?
No. If he called me a Beta, it was gonna get very skippity in there real quick.
There'd be no Sigma there. Betas.
Oh my God.
That's all we have for you. That wraps up season 2 of the Purple Room podcast presented by Clutch City Cluckers. I'm Patricia Caputo. He's David Bartholomew. And a big, huge thank you to our producer, Adam Catuso. We'll see you all next time.
Gobbye, everybody.